26 coming up the racetrack. Looks like it gets loose or gets some help. Either way, car gets turned around backwards.
It'll stay with us. Try and chuck the 54.
Oh, the 98's got a problem. Flat tire. He's spinning out.
Sliding through the grass at over 185 miles an hour. Caution comes out.
Looks like the left rear tire went down, Rick. Brandon Brown helping this 26 car through the middle. Looks like he gets loose before Brandon. Brandon maybe no contact at all. Contact with the two. Two's going to go back across the racetrack into the outside wall. And there's hard contact. And comment about the speed of that 16 car. He's kind of stuck back there in sixth. Let's listen into the second place. Oh, we got a crash on the back straightaway. The 90. Lacarella into the outside wall. Oh, more contact. Jane Buford.
31 hit us in the left rear corner.
Remembering those.
Oh,
and around goes the 18 into the inside wall. Caution comes out.
Hang on to it.
Sammy Smith.
So excited to be able to carry that. Such an honor. So reckon.
16 around the 7. Tucked in behind him. And they continue to spin. The caution comes out. Right back in front of the field.
And pick up the 10 from that bottom line. So really, more what's happening here than anything, the call-it cars trying to help each other out.
Oh, we got the car in the wall. Austin Cindric is in the wall again, spins. Daniel Hemrick is collected. Matt Snyder through the asphalt. Michael Annette, the 8 of Sam Mayer. Got a right front tire flat. And we're wrecking.
The 11 of Hemrick goes around. They wreck. Brandon Jones also involved. Blaine Perkins in the 0-2.
Bring all of his teammates.
Oh, he gets turned
Around goes Brandon Jones in the 19. Collects the 0-2 of Moffitt. They go back up and collect
Hang on to it. Hang on to it.
The 8 is in there. Daniel Hemrick.
Gibbs got there. Now the 14 behind the 54. Haley behind the 54. That's a big deal. Now the Haley in the middle. Oh, contact
Brandon
and
Brown
wrecking.
into the wall. The 14 goes around as well. Ty Gibbs also. The big one happening again. The caution comes out.
Stay with.
I feel like that started with the 98 of Riley Herbst.
For A.J. Allmendinger, and he's going to give it right to Gregson into the wall. He'll go. Oh,
man.
Big hit for Gregson.
Lock it down, lock
and
it
the
down.
caution comes out again.
Get him.
Still wreck.
Bottom, stay bottom, stay bottom, stay bottom.
Algar to the middle. Algar to the middle.
There you go, 10 pushes, 10 pushes. Good work, good work. 10 inside, inside with a 10. 11 with you, 11 with you. Middle 3, clear bottom, clear bottom. Get to the bottom.
McCauley cars
Get to the bottom.
controlling the field. Off of turn 4. A.J. Allmendinger with the help at the outside line has the momentum. Haley crosses the finish line and wins.
Go up, go up.
Oh.
Half back, go bottom. Inside.
block
You're good,
teammate.
you're good. In line, in line. Go up
Russ
now.
Chastain blocks. Now, looking to get by A.J. Allmendinger.
Side
Or
by
the
side,
going to
side by
turn him. The 10 turns the 16. Around goes the 11. The 11 is out front now. Haley is leading. Justin Haley went to the bottom. And Justin Haley is going to win.
A.J. to the bottom. Can Clements get there? Brandon Brown made that move way too soon.
Inside, inside, inside.
That allowed Allmendinger to turn left on him.
Coming up on one more time around, and around goes the 98. Will they get the white flag? The white flag,
White flag, keep
in
digging.
the air.
Get back to the top.
Jeremy
Get back to the
Clements in
top.
front, and the
Caution
caution
out,
comes
caution out,
out.
caution out.
That will end the race. Jeremy Clements is going to win at Daytona. Start-finish line for the 51. He'll nose into that outside wall and do his burnout.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Wawa 250, where we will race here at the Daytona International Speedway. After this race, only 2 races left in the Xfinity Series regular season before we decide our 12 playoff contenders and race for championships. Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier on the front row as you're green and underway here from Daytona. Austin Hill on the inside of Justin Allgaier with the slight advantage here heading through to the tri-oval into turn 1. Austin Hill will get a slight advantage over Justin Allgaier, followed by John Nemechek, Ty Gibbs, and Riley Earps, the rest of the top 5. As we head into turn 1 and 2, Hill leads the way, Nemechek close by in second, Allgaier third, Gibbs fourth, Earps fifth. You got Custer in sixth. How about Joe Graf Jr. up in the 7th position, having a great qualifying effort to start this race, up in contention. See a quick screenshot of the thumbnail and continue on. It is Austin Hill leading this pack right now. Allgaier and Nemechek duke it out for a second to get some racing early here at Daytona. Of course, you know, right now 10 drivers locked into our Xfinity Series playoffs with wins. Of course, we have a couple of upset drivers in there. Both of the Sieg brothers, Ryan and Kyle Sieg, found their way in with wins this season at Dover, New Hampshire. But now it is Austin Hill and John Nemechek side by side for the lead. Austin Hill, the winningest driver in the series with 5 wins, looking for win number 6, and Nemechek looking for win number 2 on the year. And if you guys notice my raspy voice, it's because my voice has been shot from cheering and hollering all weekend at the Watkins Glen International, because I was actually there for the race in real life, so I'm still recovering from that, trying to get my voice back. But continuing on, Austin Hill and John Nemechek battling for the lead. Nemechek powers ahead on the inside. He's got help from Riley Earps in the 98. Coming down this back straightaway, Nemechek leads. He gets a slight advantage. You see the whole pack here, 2, 3, even 4 wide throughout. Somehow not wrecking yet. Guys still making moves. You got Ryan Sieg shoving his teammate Joe Graf Jr. here. The Sieg cars up in contention inside the top 10. Chandler Smith, though, is going to hang out Ryan Sieg and make a move back there through 3 and 4 to try to get into contention. Nemechek takes the lead from Austin Hill here. Coming out of turn 3 and 4, he looks to lead this lap. Austin Hill gets a good shove on that outside from Justin Allgaier, one of our bubble drivers. Of course, Allgaier comes into this race plus 60 or so points. He's looking pretty good. But if we have a new winner, that changes everything, and that will put him in jeopardy of possibly missing the playoffs. So you have to fight his teammates, Sam Mayer and Sheldon Creed, for that last spot. We will see. Hill and Nemechek continue to just be in a gridlock here, leading the way, blocking everyone else behind them. Ooh, Joe Graf Jr. behind them back in 5th. Got moved out of the way by Chandler Smith, who is charging up into the 3rd position. Of course, he has 4 wins this season. Him and Austin Hill, the 2 winningest drivers. Custer, the only other full-time driver to have more than 1 win with 2. Everyone else still has 1, and then everyone else fighting to get into the playoffs here. As Nemechek now powers ahead, he will clear Austin Hill through turn 3 and 4. Nemechek's got some good help from the 98 of Riley Earps. Of course, won Daytona earlier this season and got into the playoffs with that big win right there. Has still been strong in the points all season long, but John Nemechek will go in front of Austin Hill, clear him for the lead. But Riley Earps now trying to make that inside lane work here. Come through the tri-oval to turn 1, and he's got Joe Graf Jr., who's still up here fighting right behind him. How about that? Top 5 run so far for Joe Graf Jr. Ryan Sieg right there with him. A great start to the race for Ryan Sieg Racing, as Earps and Nemechek side by side. They are 3 wide, 6 to 8 rows deep behind them. This is intense racing at Daytona. What a save. Joe Graf Jr. and Chandler Smith almost wrecked right there, coming out of turn 2. Now Nemechek is clear, but Chandler Smith has a huge run the inside, and Chandler Smith is going all the way up into 2nd place. What a move by Chandler Smith. He's going to go for the lead on Nemechek here, coming out of turn 4. Chandler Smith with a strong run puts himself in the conversation for the race lead as we come down the front straightaway. They're 4 wide behind us here at Daytona. Oh, we got a crash. Jed Burton's around Josh Berry into the wall, and the big one underway at Daytona. Multiple cars involved. Parker Kligerman, the 48 is in it, and that is huge implications. That will put Kligerman in a must-win situation for Darlington and Kansas. See Jed Burton got spun. Josh Berry right up into the wall. Kligerman slams the 27 Jed Burton. His car is destroyed, and Kligerman crashes hard into the outside wall. If you notice, there's 2 27 cars. The green one is Jed Burton, supposed to be the 22, and the red 27 car is Jordan Anderson because of the real life, entry list Jordan Anderson thing. But see, Jordan Anderson gets turned by Parker Retzloff, clips Josh Berry up the track. They go somehow. Cole Custer avoids contact, and nowhere to go for Kligerman. Slams Jed Burton. Hard contact, goes crashing the outside wall, and Josh Berry back there slides back into Brett Moffitt, Kyle Busch, and the 4 of Kyle Weatherman. Some significant contact right there. As you get another replay here of what happened. Just really unfortunate circumstances here. Much from Josh Berry. Just gets clipped by Jed Burton up in the wall hard, and a big crash to start this race here at Daytona. Takes out some playoff contenders there. Jed Burton, Kligerman, guys who now have to win to get in the playoffs next couple of weeks. Not the way they want to start this race. Josh Berry wrecks out, one of the top guys in the point standings. As now we move on to lap 20. Later in stage 1, Cole Custer is leading this race. Sheldon Creed, playoff bubble driver, right now running in second, trying to get his way up into the playoffs with some points. Most there, Joe Graff Jr. still in top 5 racing. Justin Allgaier, there's some contact. The 38 slides up the track. He stays at the 7, gets turned into the wall. Goes Allgaier. He's crushing Hemrick and Sam Mayer as well. Up and over goes Hemrick. Big hits for Sammy and Chandler Smith, and Ryan Sieg piles in as well. And Hemrick goes barrel rolling down the entrance to pit road. A hellacious crash here at Daytona involving three of our bubble drivers. Allgaier, Sam Mayer, both 60 plus to the good, out of the race in this crash. Sammy Smith came in over 100 points out. Sammy Smith will now have to win in the next 2 episodes to get into the playoffs if he wants to keep his season alive. But what a huge crash. The big one strikes here at Daytona. You see the 7 of Allgaier turns Joe Graff Jr., who's having a tremendous top 5 run from the bottom of the track. Graff saves it, and Allgaier gets hooked by Hemrick right up into the 07 of Starr, hard on the outside wall. Sam Mayer slams the wall as well. They spin down to the 16 of Chandler. So many guys so looking to avoid. Sieg, nowhere to go, slams Sam Mayer, and that saves him into Daniel Hemrick, which sends Hemrick up and over, and then Sammy Smith piles in to the 16 of Chandler Smith as he got pushed down there, I believe, by Riley Erbs. But what a hard crash. You see the 11 of Hemrick barrel rolling down pit road, and a terrible way to start this race for Junior Motorsports. Bubble drivers of Justin Allgaier and Sammy are getting involved in the big one here at Daytona on lap 20. Multiple of the top contenders taken out in this crash, and that will really narrow it down, as the playoff bubble is going to get real interesting after this race. The way it's looking right now with Allgaier and Sam Mayer crashing right there, with Sheldon Creed, by the way, running in 3rd. As Cole Custer continues to lead, and of course we see Sam Mayer out of this race, as is Ryan Sieg, Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick, Kyle Busch, and Parker Kligerman from the wrecks that we have witnessed. On lap 25, it's going to be a 4-lap dash here to end stage 1. Custer leads it. Connor Mosack having a great run in 2nd as well. Sheldon Creed runs 3rd. Austin Hill 4th, and Joey Gase in 5th. As Creed, of course, his 2 top guys he has to outpoint are already out of the race. This is setting up perfect for him. He can now find his way into the playoffs as he's racing 44 back. Oh, contact to the wall. Goes Mosack and Creed. More pressure. I mean, they got more cars slamming behind him, and oh boy, here we go. The big one. Hard crashes. Vicious hits behind us. The whole darn field's piling in here at Daytona, and the huge one will strike on the restart. Not even up to speed, and half the field has been collected. Kaz Grala, big damage. Brandon Jones, Brett Moffitt, Anthony Alfredo involved. Justin Allgaier, Brendan Poole, Garrett Smithley, Natalie Decker is in it. Riley Erbst is in it. Baccarella, you got Joe Graff, Ryan Ellis piles in. Kyle Sieg also involved. A huge cataclysmic crash here at Daytona that eliminates most of the contenders for the win. My goodness, Greg Galding's also piling in back there. I mean, you gotta see how this all started. It came out of nowhere. Sheldon Creed was racing Cesar Baccarella up there. They make some contact. Creed slides of Baccarella, clips Mosack, who goes into the outside wall hard. Creed gets into Mosack, and then Creed slides down right in front of Brendan Poole. I'm sorry, not Brendan Poole. Garrett Smithley in the 6, who slams him, gets hit by Jordan Anderson, and then he spins down right into the path of Natalie Decker, who's nowhere to go. Then she gets drilled by Alfredo, and at this point, everyone else back here is just trying to avoid, and it's just an absolute carnage as the whole field piles in as the track gets blocked and everybody piles in. You see Parker Retzloff also involved in this incident, and multiple cars at the back of the field. I mean, this is a hard crash. See Sheldon Creed just boom up in the wall, and just like that, every bubble driver now has been involved in an accident. Allgaier, Mayer, Creed, Kligerman, Sammy Smith, all of them have been involved. But just look at the hits back here as the whole back half of the field piles in hard collisions, multiple ARCA braking incidents there, as pretty much the entire field gets taken out in the huge one at Daytona. And just like that, we are left with barely anybody left to compete for the race win. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Ty Gibbs is trying to unlap himself from the 00 of Cole Custer as they race back to the line. Custer, though, trying to get him on the outside. Gibbs will stay on the lead lap as Custer leads here and will pretty much win stage 1 under caution here at Daytona. Indeed, he will. Custer wins stage 1, followed by Joey Gase, Clements, Austin Hill, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Josh Williams. That is going to be the 91 of Alex Gannett, John Hunter Nemechek, Josh Berry, and Ty Gibbs. The top 10 in the stage. Custer, your stage 1 winner. Now we move on to the last lap of stage 2. Austin Hill now leads, looking to get the stage win. Jeremy Clements runs in 2nd place, but this is right in the middle of a pit cycle at the end of this stage, so it's a very weird lineup here in running order and where cars are on the racetrack because of this pit debacle here where cars are on pit road. Coming to the end of the stage here. So Austin Hill coming out 3 and 4. Looks to get the playoff point in the stage 2 win and continue to really dominate this regular season. He's a regular season points leader, winningest driver on the season. Is pretty much in cruise control of a championship 4 berth right now. As we toss the Hill come in, but Hill will pit. He's in pit road. And now the question is anyone going to beat him to the end of the stage? Will Jeremy Clements get back by him? He's so far behind. Clements is rolling his way through turn 1 and 2 right now at a slower pace. And see Hill's right now all the way on pit road. He pretty much has, as we now watch Austin Hill cross the start-finish line here on pit road. Austin Hill will win stage 2 under caution. The rest of the lineup really is in limbo, but Jeremy Clements I think is going to get second. Pretty confident in that. It leaves us with barely a couple of cars on the lead lap, but that'll be fixed in a couple of restarts. So now we move on to 2 laps to go here at Daytona. Jeremy Clements has taken the lead, looking to pull off the upset win and get into the playoffs just like he did in real life in 2022 at Daytona. Blaine Perkins runs in second, another upset candidate to make the playoffs. Austin Hill, Nemechek, and Custer, the 3 dominant cars, run 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and behind them you have, I believe that is Joey Gase in the 35, the 91 of Alex Gannett, and the 7-car pack battling for the win. But Jeremy Clements is clear of Blaine Perkins, but here comes John Hunter Nemechek to the inside of Perkins, trying to get up into second and trying to find his way to get around Jeremy Clements, but Clements doing a masterful job of blocking both lines and maintaining that lead, trying to just hang on and find his way to the playoffs and really shake up the playoff grid. A white flag in the air, final lap presented by Credit One Bank at Daytona for Jeremy Clements. Can he pull off the upset once again and get into the playoffs for the 2nd straight season in NR2003? As behind him Perkins and Nemechek fight for second. Hill shoves Perkins. Nemechek has no help as Custer goes up to the top to shove Austin Hill and Blaine Perkins. But now Austin Hill goes to the bottom to go behind John Hunter Nemechek. They're too busy fighting each other behind Jeremy Clements to gather a run and try to pass him here. Hill going for himself, 3 wide for second. The 21 trying everything he can to get up here and get the win, but it might be too little too late as they're 3 wide for second. That's exactly what Jeremy Clements wants to see. As they side draft each other behind him, they slow themselves down, and through 3 and 4 for the final time, Jeremy Clements and Jeremy Clements Racing are going to make it happen again. Jeremy Clements wins at Daytona with the upset. Nemechek, Hill, Perkins, Joey Gase the top 5. Then Custer and Alex Gannett 6th and 7th. And to come home in 8th place, you have the 19 of Ty Gibbs, who just got passed by the 38 of Joe Graff Jr., who still might bring home a solid 8th place finish, one of his best finishes of his career and the season up to this point. Still not going to be enough to be up there in contention for the win. It looks like Mosak will be the first car 1 lap down, coming home in P10 is to the line. Joe Graff Jr. will finish in the 8th position for Ryan Sieg Racing. 9th place will be Ty Gibbs, and Connor Mosak will round out your top 10. As Jeremy Clements pulls off the upset and gets into the playoffs in a must-win situation. He makes it happen. He is in. And now that changes everything, as now we're only going to have 1 driver in on points. We're just going to split up the JRM stranglehold over those final 2 spots. You see the race results on the left side of your screen. And this is going to be a very interesting playoff grid once we take a look at that, which we will momentarily. Now get the updated playoff grid. Jeremy Clements will slot in 11th with his win this season. That puts Allgaier on the bubble. Only 27 points to the good over his teammate Sam Mayer. Then Sheldon Creed, the only driver who can also point in at 56 points out in 14. So 3 drivers fighting for 1 spot in 2 races at Darlington and Kansas, as everyone else below them is must-win territory, including Sammy Smith and Parker Kligerman. So until the next episode at Darlington, I hope you all have a good one.